Now, your 13 First Alert weather forecast.
Looking back after our taste of summer today, we are tracking some significant changes moving into the weekend. There is going to be a storm system tracking south of Wisconsin, and as it draws closer, that's where we are going to see the return of precipitation chances. Now, if you do have any errands to run tomorrow morning, you're in good shape, but as the day goes on, specifically mid to late tomorrow afternoon, that's where we are going to have rain developing, and by tomorrow night through Sunday, with temperatures cooling off near freezing, some of that could actually switch over to a wintry mix and or some wet snow. There's still some uncertainties on the track of low pressure, and that is going to play a big part in who sees what. Right now, our northern areas would be favored to see more in the way of wintry weather. Overall, it is going to be a breezy weekend from the northeast, and as you can see, those temperatures are going to be cooling off through the 40s. In fact, by Sunday, it's going to be a struggle to even achieve that 40-degree mark. Believe it or not, this weekend is also the final weekend of March, so let's talk about what's been going on through the month thus far. Back on Pi Day, 3.14, that brought us our highest temperature at 79 degrees, that lowest temperature on the morning of the 2nd at a mere 9 degrees. As for our average temperature, we are running 6.5 degrees above average, and a different story when it comes to both precipitation and snowfall. Liquid equivalent precipitation, we're running a deficit of 4,400. And even greater when it comes to snow. We are below average by about 5.3 inches. Now, we do have a warm front off to the southwest that is going to continue lifting into the region this afternoon. The associated low pressure system also going to be heading this way, and that's what's going to help generate more chances at showers and thunderstorms. I'm certainly not ruling out that possibility for the rest of our Friday, but for this evening, that's where those chances are slightly greater. This particular model is keeping us pretty dry. However, that chance does still exist, so just be aware of that. Maybe have the rain gear on hand if you're going to be out and about. Later on tonight, we do start to dry things out, and then as mentioned, tomorrow morning we are going to kick off the day on a dry note, widespread cloud cover. It won't be until later in the afternoon where we start to see that push of moisture in, and that's what's going to generate widespread rainfall, which will continue into tomorrow night. And notice those colors start to change too. That's where those temperatures are going to be cooling down around the freezing mark to where we could see a wintry mix or some wet snow. I do think our northern areas look to get in on that right now, but if that low pressure system tracks a bit further to the south, then we could be looking at that wintry weather a bit further to the south. Some uncertainty there, but something we are going to keep an eye on. Now this evening, you do want to stay weather aware. We do have a level 1 out of 5 marginal risk for an isolated strong to severe storm. The primary concern would be large hail, but there is a secondary threat of some gusty winds, and also your first alert to a winter storm watch for both Taylor and Clark counties. Right now, this is where confidence is growing and at least some minor snow accumulations, even some light icing on the table. This watch will take effect at 7 o'clock tomorrow evening, running through 7 o'clock Sunday evening. After the weekend, we do briefly dry out on Monday before another system heads our way late Tuesday into Wednesday, bringing more chances of rain and wet snow. Today's Sunshine Award brought to you by Furnish 123 and Mattress 123 goes to Sean Beck from Samantha Welsh. Samantha writes, Sean is an absolute asset to the women's health and labor delivery community in Eau Claire. He turned what started out as a vulnerable and traumatic experience with little support into a fulfilling, satisfying event that we can all look back on with pride instead of hurt. If you would like to nominate someone for the Sunshine Award, send us an email or head to our website at weau.com.